All right, it is time for pre-market prep at the close.
Three consecutive highs, opened, matched yesterday's low, and then once it took out there, that's all the breakout momentum traders needed.
How we doing, traders? Welcome to At the Close. It's been another exciting day in the markets, and I got my man, you guys already know, my real brains to the show, the Joe Elconin. How we doing?
We're doing okay. Had a little red and a little green and just a little green still on the screen, but that's okay. It's a Friday. It's a wild week, and it's good to put a bow on things. We're quite the volatile week. Spoos, they threw a nice head fake at us. They took out the dreaded triple top at 41.79, went to 41.85. All was rosy for 4,200. Boom. Turned around, made a low, 41.47, and now we're 20 handles up, man. Just a hard day, just not a trend day by any stretch of the imagination. I guess our focus number for the remainder of the session will be 41.69. And the only reason I'm saying that is because that's where we closed last Friday. So to put things on a, we talk about minute to minute, day to day. Sometimes it's good over the weekends to look at your weekly charts and your monthly charts and find out where you're at. Crude up $1.83 at 63.77. Double bottom in there, folks, just under 62, and wow, double top at 64. So you crude traders, keep an eye on 62 to 64 next week. Gold basically flat at 1881. Can't bust through 1900 like I wanted to. Silver having a little bit of a worse day. That's down to 43 cents at 27,640. Bitcoin, I'm telling you, folks, I don't know. I was planning on buying the dip like Spencer and Dennis, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I just don't know if that low of the move is in. And I'm going to do some more research on what Raz talked about with that USDC, but I don't know. Was there any crypto news today that I missed? Bitcoin down $4,500, 35,765 basis to futures. Ethereum, I know I got in a big fight with Dennis this morning about what the low was from yesterday, but Ethereum, that's down $450 at 2,370. Any crypto news?
Yeah, so we got some more news out of Chinese Vice Premier Liu He. Pretty much they're tightening regulations on the protection of what they call the financial system. So negative catalysts pushing down on pretty much that they're going to get tough on illegal activity, including tax evasion. And then, we're going to go ahead and see, because they're not the only government talking about it, right? We're talking about it too, about tax evasion and Bitcoin. I think you're starting to see multiple governments kind of hinting that they're trying to figure a way that they can get in here, right? I mean, that's the hard part. That's the hard part. It's kind of like a world's market, right? It's a world's market here. So
yeah, boy, poor Coinbase, man. They should have. But look at this. After making a new low on Wednesday, holding up today with Bitcoin, folks. If you're trying this from the long side yet again, I mean, I guess you can lean on that low from 208, but I guess from buying on strength instead of weakness, which can save you a few shekels every now and then. Let's see if we can clear 239. Daily highs, that's all I'm looking at. 38.80, 38.97. Call 239. 3-star number. You're trading at 225.30. Do I think it's going to open up and gap over that tomorrow or Monday? Maybe. I would say the odds are probably against it.
All right, let's get into the major news of the day, man. Wow, what a ride. What a ride. I'm sure everyone's going to be wanting to talk about this all weekend long. You already know the stock from Detroit coming hard. Ford, baby.
What do I
Ford.
got? I got my Detroit. It's Detroit Maccabi, but I got
There
my
you go.
Detroit
Gotta
shirt on
support.
today.
Gotta support, right? Hey.
Fords, give me the news. News me.
Detroit gotta be proud today. Gotta be proud. Today, Ford shares are trading higher amid optimism surrounding the company's F-150 Lightning vehicle. CEO Jim Farley early indicated the company's seen over 44,500 reservations in less than 48 hours, guys. Wow. That's a pretty number there. You know, I've mentioned this. Raz is going to kill me, man, but Ford's coming for Tesla. They're coming hard.
Right at that. Right at that. They're coming with them with a dagger. Well, boy, oh boy, we're going to really bore people because we are going to talk about Ford for the next 23 minutes. Okay. Now, couple things here. One, I hope Spencer is having a drink in Nashville and he's not looking at his quotes. Okay. Because he was holding for the event. He sold at $12, and we told him not to sell. Dennis bought a little piece. He has it long term. Dennis was like, "Hey, you know, we'll see what happens." He did his trade with the catalyst, but look at this, man. Gap up 2 days ago, got hit after earnings. Folks, you're looking at my chart. I just didn't put it up there. 40-month high. That's up what we hit. I mean, if you don't think that's a target at 1362, then you haven't been watching pre-market prep at all for the last couple of years. There you go. You're at 1346. You're working your way there. You're cutting through all the paper in the book. And the other thing that I want to put, any technicals people want to ask me about on Ford, I will. But just Mitch, just close your eyes for a second. Who's this bad for?
The other EVs.
Exactly.
And I think it's going to hurt also, I think, GM, because I haven't really heard from GM kicking ass in, let's say, their Hummer.
Right.
You know, I haven't heard him kicking ass in their Hummer. So I've said it, man. I believe in Ford. I'm a Mustang guy, so it's hard to get away from it. But, you know, I love the name. I don't know about you, but I loved Ford Lightning. I think that's pretty sexy, and I'm super excited. Looks like we have someone joining. I don't know if he's ready, but I think he'll have a comment or two for this one. Let's bring on the one and only from the news desk, Bretster.
What's up, guys? Good afternoon.
How did I know that was going to be the answer? I could have put a bid in some sports betting one right now. This is going to be a nice little cool. What's up, guys?
What's up, guys? Yeah, that's how I roll, Mitch.
Hey, I know it, man. I know it. I'm happy to have you on, man. What do you think about this Ford Tesla kind of battle now that we were having here?
Oh my gosh, I was trying to listen in to what you guys were chatting about there. I got lost though, not because of you, because I was like running around trying to make my background look pretty back here and stuff.
Not a worry, man. I mean, at the end of the day, 44,500 reservations in less than 48 hours. What do you think about that?
Wow. Say that number again. 40,000?
44,500.
That seems like a really big number.
That seems pretty big. And that was released from the CEO. So
have we heard of any order info from GM yet?
Hey, Brentster, on top of things. Well, first of all, Brentster, good to see you, man.
I know, Joel.
And of course, if you would have asked me, Brent will come on. He's the most polite guy. He'll come on with grace and dignity. And Mitch, you actually mentioned Tesla at the beginning of this segment, and that's what I was looking for. Guess who's in the red today after a green open, right? Opened right at Wednesday's high, this being Tesla. Hit Wednesday's high, I don't know, whatever. Elon was pumping the stock to some Russian kid. And now it's down 374 on the session. Yeah. Not good for Tesla. Brent, I mean, can you see my chart here in Tesla? Can
Yeah.
you see the bottom right one?
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think about this 540 level? Would you want to
Let
be
me look
long
at my
Tesla?
chart.
Well, Brent, don't look at the 1 minute chart or I'll come there and slap you. Okay.
So we had, what was this low? Back at middle March, was that one? That one was around 540, huh, Joel? Is that the level that you were looking at?
What's your December low?
December low.
Dun dun
Dun,
dun.
dun, dun.
See, if you had your chart set up right, you would be able to.
560, 563 or something like that, Joel?
Brent, I'm gonna have to come and set your charts up.
We're
The
gonna have to help him
December
out
low
here.
was 541.
540. I got it.
540.
I just was looking at the long blip there, Joel.
541.21, right?
Yep.
So hey, 540, and then
So we
earlier
we got a few touches here, Joel. We know
539.
that when we test those support and resistance levels, they strengthen. No,
yeah, but what happens when it goes through it the fourth time?
Ooh,
then
I
it
love
gets
that talk. I love that talk right there.
then it's even worse. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wrote an article early in the week, the moment of truth for Tesla. The reason I said that, it was bearing down on 540. I own Tesla. Lisa won't sell it. I want to sell it. It takes out five. Dennis keeps talking about 400. And if you saw my funky math in my article earlier in the week, you'll see how I came up with 388. But I mean, and there's a lot of
Is it
monthly
a
charts.
retracement level or is it a Fibonacci level, Joel?
The 400.
Yeah, that level you just said that the funky number that you came up with.
It's actually I backed out the price action. The price increases from the split in the S&P ad.
Ooh, love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
cool.
Yep. And then there's a monthly low at 392.30. But just anyways, could you just give us the pulse from like the week,
Yeah.
overall, and then
That's I figured you were gonna ask along those lines, Joel, because I mean we have good conversations about that kind of stuff, right?
right? Yep.
The I mean, hey, let's keep it on the Tesla discussion here for a second. And I'm gonna make a funny connection here. Maybe you're gonna like it, Joel and Mitch. What about the Nvidia split today, Joel? Did you have any thoughts on that?
I nailed it. I absolutely nailed
Well,
it.
yeah, of course. Hey,
No,
you
no,
don't gotta
no.
state the obvious.
No, he
Well,
did. He did. He
First of all, I mean, you know how I love the short stocks? I have been telling people not to be short this stock
Okay.
just because of this, because of this
still a split.
potential catalyst. Yeah.
Absolutely. So why I would bring it up in the context of the Tesla discussion is, I mean, when a market leader does something that any other corporation could do, like a stock split, I don't know. I think other corporations, major corporations, are going to see the reaction that the street had to this news, and maybe they start thinking about it.
How does it
Another,
fundamentally, Brett? How does it fundamentally change the company?
it does not. It puts different stocks on a different funds radars. I mean, there's funds that say I can't trade a stock over $500 per share. There are funds that say I won't trade a stock under $5 a share. So, I mean, does it change anything fundamental about the company's operations? No. Does it change anything about the sentiment in the market? I think it does, because there can be more or less investors, funds, institutions that are looking at it. I mean, Tesla, had some pretty good success with the split. Would they ever think about doing it again, Joel?
No.
I
Go
like
ahead,
what you
Mitch.
guys are talking about here. One of the things in Nvidia that I think that happened here, and I always talk about story, right? And thanks to the man Dennis, but for here, the story got boring there for a while, and I got to be honest, the story got boring here for a little while. This right here, this split could resexify this stock. Put it up there for investors to come go back in this, because a lot of us retail traders, I mean, we don't understand too much of a positioning, but we don't go after stocks like this because it just, it's hard to day trade something like this. I mean,
Right.
you can get caught so many times a point or two down in between. The spreads get bigger and stocks that are higher priced. So I think it's going to get sexy.
And Mitch, somebody in the chat pointed out it makes it more accessible for options. It's not a bad thought. What were you going to say, Joe?
I'm going to fade both you youngsters on this one.
Yeah, you would, Joel.
Yeah.
You would.
The old bear.
First of all, Bill Big D was listening because you had that.
He always.
Yeah, he's a sharp cookie, even though he's an Alabama fan. Spiked to 610.37, right? In the pre-market. Like it caught a strong bid. So Brentster, so you look at that 610.37. So what's the first thing you do when you see a stock hit a level and then pause? What do? You look for memory, right?
I'm looking for precedent above and below, right?
Exactly. And what do you find?
All right, hold on. I gotta remove my
I need to work on your charts.
Joel.
Could you have Al help you with your charts or something? Because
Joel, I only use the 1 minute chart. You know that.
Oh, don't get me upset.
Right.
Don't get me mad.
I mean, can we just go 600 even? Pick a nice round number there. Okay. Hold on. I'll actually try here, Joel. Let me see. Hold on.
Come on. Do you want me to throw you a bone?
No. Okay, I see. I got it. Okay, so I am looking at 1 sec. I'm looking at
Mitch, do you want to compete with this?
Maybe 605, 33?
No. Exact number. All right, I'll give you guys a hint.
No. Just hold on. Just hold your horses.
Hint?
High of 589. What's the
589 and 610.
587.
Michigan math?
Close. What this one closed at?
What number did I give you guys?
Joel, the high.
What is going on with you, Brent?
Joel, the high yesterday was 580.
No, the pre-market spike. I gotta own Nvidia high. What was that?
I don't know what you're talking about, Joel.
Okay, this morning when we were on the show and it broke the news, what was the high?
Like the pre-market high?
Yes.
610.37.
Okay. So now this is what you do. You go to your daily charts.
Going to my daily charts.
Okay. And what do you see on your daily charts?
I see some lows.
610. So the high from February 16th was 614.90. That's not it.
Nope.
There was an area though.
This month.
This month, there's not even anything here, Joel.
Are we looking at the same chart?
I don't think so. No, we're talking about Tesla, right? I'm just joking.
No, I'm talking.
You almost got him there.
Good try, buddy. Okay. Good try. Okay. Here we go.
I'm sorry, Joel. I don't know. I'm not following.
We're taking lessons here from the professor.
Okay, here we go.
Am I looking higher or lower? I don't know if you're looking for resistance or support.
I'm looking for resistance in Nvidia. Can someone help these?
611.65. I got that on the weekly.
We're gonna stay.
I mean, Joel,
I don't care.
You said this month. This is the high.
This month is May.
It's 610. It's 610. Okay. It's the pre-market high. 60? That's the high for this month. 610.37.
Should we just end the show right now?
We might have to, man. We're gonna have to take some.
Thank you for Chilled Monkey. Okay, look at Chilled.
The 3rd of May. The 3rd of May. Helping us out here.
609. Nobody cares about 609.87.
Really? No one cares about 609.87.
Why, Joel? Why that one?
Well, where did it go to? What information did the market give you this morning? What did it hit a number and back off from? What information did the market give you that you didn't?
Yeah, I guess that's within.
It went 611 and then rejected,
high from May
right?
3rd is 609.87. High from today is 610. What was it? 37.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yeah, that's within 50 cents. That's close enough for you, right, Joel?
Right. Exactly. So it's not a double top. It's not anything. But if you want follow through, right? If a lot of times these pre-market numbers doesn't mean a lot, but if you can get them to coincide with a daily number, then it's as good as gold. I mean, what about all the bag holders? What about all these people that bought it after it tanked off 610 and then it went down to 540 and they're scratching their head and they're like, oh my gosh, it's back at 610. I mean, it's his immediate reaction. If there wasn't a daily high there, it wouldn't have any significance to me. But the fact that it had a daily high, it shouldn't have taken you guys that long. I'm going to talk to Raz about you guys.
I mean, I used the weekly high on that one. I wouldn't use the daily high. I think what
was the high that week?
So there's a weekly high from the week of February 12th that is 611.65.
Okay.
To me, that one stands out a little bit more.
That's literally the first thing that I said.
Right?
Well, actually,
right? We're weekly guys. We're weekly guys.
You got to get follow through the pre-market high. Okay, it's 611. Who cares about 611? People put
7-11. What happened?
People put orders at 600, 610, 620, 630. Right, and if you're a big institution and you want to sell 7 million shares at 610.
Yeah,
you wait till it gets up to 611 and then you send the order to the floor. You know that.
Right.
But
I mean, I think the hourly chart just describes this chart. Whenever I trade these higher price stocks, I have to use kind of more of an hourly if I'm looking the intraday, because if I use like even a 15-minute, it won't look as clean. So.
All right. Well, anyways, we spent too much time on that.
We got a lesson. I mean,
we got a lesson. I think that kind of
thumbs up, guys.
I think that kind of education can be meaningful. I'm sure there's people out there like Mitch and I who weren't looking at the chart the same way Joel was.
That's you just got to look at it just what sticks out at you. But anyways, overall, the week, like I said, for the SPOOs, 41.69 was our highest close on a weekly basis, or maybe not. No, the week before we closed higher. We're a little bit red in the week. We had the dip, the dip. Anything on your radar for next week, Brian? Anything that we got the retail earnings still trickling in?
Still a few of them, yeah.
Yeah.
But earnings is kind of mostly done, Joel.
Yep.
Earnings,
I mean, Joel, what are like kind of outside of news, a little bit more like macro, maybe Fed, econ kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, what are some things that are on your radar right now, Joel? Nothing really. Is that why you're shaking your head?
What do you got, Mitch?
Today we got U.S. manufacturing activity. It actually surged to a record high this month. It's going up higher. It had an all-time high of 61.5 in May from 60.5 in April. And so a lot of people expected this to hold steady. So this is going to, I think, push the Feds a little bit more into thinking of that tapering.
I think I'm going to go kind of along those lines too. And I don't know, like if there's still trades in the reopening stocks, but I mean, people are spending money, right?
Oh, that's for sure.
And that was reflected in the retail sales.
Yep.
So these trends for the retail stocks, they hit a high bar. We expected a high bar. It hit a high bar. And so that's the quarter. So that's great. Can we expect another, quarter like this? So I think it just all has to do with, the reopening going smoothly, the mask mandates being lifted. I think you get through, you're coming to summertime. They've been sitting at home. They haven't been spending money on gas. I mean, people want to spend, and that's good. That's good for the retailers. And I think as long as the trend continues with, lower COVID rates and lower hospitalizations, then man, oh man, I mean, you don't want to step in front of a speeding train here. So the quarter was the quarter. Like, look at Target. I mean, it's going to be hard to beat that next quarter, but you know what? What are you going to do? Short it for a whole quarter and wait to see what happens? No. Right. So
Mhm.
that's what I'm looking at. As long as things stay cool on that front, the vaccines, everything, I don't see what's derailing this market right now.
Hey,
I'm kind of in the same page, Joel. We have, this really strong consumer spending coming at us, especially in light of the issues that it seems companies are in bringing people back to the workforce. Like, we're having people going out and spending a ton of money, and are people just really relying on unemployment benefits right now? And that doesn't seem realistic, but people are spending, and people are spending without, like a strong market labor force participation right now. I think that if Biden can get some things to promote people getting back into the workforce, I mean, summer could be, on fire. I think that's kind of a contrarian viewpoint right now.
Yeah, I don't know. I like JD's comment. Nobody fits into their clothes anymore. 14 months and
I was
of
just gonna.
so
of
so
I
people
was gonna
are
Netflix and
talk about
Grubhub.
that.
so Joel,
I've talked about it.
people are needing to go to Target and buy some new clothes that are fitting them a little better.
Here's another angle. I like my stories. So how's this angle? So a lot of single people kind of stopped dating because of the pandemic, right? And so now that they're out of the pandemic, got the vaccine kind of thing, they're
That's
gonna
pretty.
get on that
I think that
Match.com, baby.
I think I think that might be real, Mitch, for sure.
You see that angle? I'm just bringing different
Yeah.
angle here,
Story
but
stock.
And they
Story
need
investors.
to
stock there. You never know.
and they need to sport a new outfit, man. They
Yeah,
want
and then you
to
gotta get new outfits. The ladies got to get the makeup, so maybe you can look at Ultra.
Ulta. Okay.
You never know, guys. I think there's going to be some major spending. I agree with that. I've
Estee
talked about
Lauder.
the concerts. The concerts are going to be rocking, man. They're going to be sold out every time because it's limited capacity. So it makes the tickets even higher. And all they're doing is they're raising the prices on the tickets to make up for the revenue. So that's why I like LYV also.
Mitch,
Man.
Mitch, I would encourage you to go like that. I think that's the obvious trade, though, right? Can we think about something that's a little bit less, a little bit more against the grain for the concert, for the reopening concert kind of thing?
Okay. All right.
Maybe you don't need an answer right now, but yeah, something to think about for, like, next week. I know the one that we talked about a few times on Benzinga content is Aramark, ARMK. Do you guys know what that one does?
That's a
Oh,
good
I
one.
like that. I like that.
I like
What's
that.
going on?
Let's take a good, good
Ooh.
solid thesis like you have there with
Oh,
Match, Mitch,
I'll
or
give
with
you some
LIV,
information.
and go like, hey, well, let's think about it a little bit differently. I think Dennis would do something like that, Joel. Take something a
Yeah,
little against
yeah.
the grain like that.
You guys are just going to have to walk me off a cliff on this one because, I look at, and this is going to be an ongoing discussion with Dennis and I. He wants to throw out the March lows of last year. Like, he doesn't even want them on the charts. He doesn't think it counts. And you know
I
what?
get it.
He might be right.
I kind of get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't blame him for that idea. I mean,
So if you throw out the $10, then you're not freaking out that it, went from 10 to, 42.5. If you say, hey, this stock was hanging out at like 35, pre-COVID, then, you're buying the thing scratch, right?
Right.
Yeah. So different way to look at things. But Brentster, the market closed here. We can wrap things up on the spoos. I just, wanted to grab you. We finally got rid of Spencer. He's no longer with the he's no longer with the company. No big deal.
The man's playing some beer pong right now.
Yeah, he's in Nashville. But
Nice.
Brentster,
Well, thanks for having me, guys. Always a pleasure. Joel, just
Ding, ding, ding,
earlier
ding, ding.
earlier this week, I think I was like, I should come hang out on pre-market prep one of these
we're gonna do it
mornings in the
more.
next couple months or something like that.
Yep.
There you go. Jack's talking about a play. Maybe Jim's maybe get a little lift.
Yeah. How's my Peloton doing? I want you guys know that I do Peloton every Friday. That's my
You
Friday
guys smash
workout.
the like
You
for
like
the
have
overtime. The overtime right
you
here.
like
Smash
have the
like.
course. You take the courses, Joel. Is that what you mean?
No, well, I have different instructors that I like, but
Ooh.
yeah, Olivia's pretty cute, but don't tell me.
Are you're not going into one? You're like using the
Well, like
app,
I
right?
just like I Dennis and Olivia and all these different guys. There's some girls too. Just I pick one. It's like the 20-minute. Like this morning, I was a little bit late getting out of bed at 5:45, so I did the 20-minute high intensity
Ooh.
one.
So Joel, but I think this is your angle for Peloton longs is not it's a bike or there's recalls or whatever. It's this awesome brand awareness recognition that I think is getting attached to the name because just how you said it, Joel, you can take your class that you like, or you can explore around and you can take a breathing class or a meditation class
Yoga.
or a
Yep.
yoga class.
Yep.
You can take a 20-minute
They're
cycling
smart.
class. And then you know what they did? They started doing like apparel launches and a promotion
Yeah.
recently. And people
Yep.
are like dying to wear Peloton clothing. And it's like this is turning
Well,
into more of
I
like
won't get carried away there on the
we'll
Peloton
s- we'll s-
clothing.
we'll, s- we'll see, Joel. We'll see.
Well, here's the thing.
What's
We
her
bought
name?
it
Carrie?
pre-pandemic.
If Carrie's pitching you on some apparel, maybe you're gonna buy some. That wasn't her name. What was her name, Joel?
Olivia.
Olivia. Okay, got it.
No,
We gotta
here's the
get
thing.
Olivia's
We brought it.
tag so we
We
can bring
bought
it
it
on there.
pre-pandemic, and the reason is that I can roll out of bed at 5:15 and go swimming, right, and get back, and be preparing for the show at like 6:30, 6:45, right. Lisa has to get in the office a little bit earlier, right? And she, takes care of the dog and stuff. And she just wanted to be able, boom, do a 20, 30, 40-minute workout every day before she goes. And since we had to get rid of our 27-year-old treadmill, and I'm so thankful we bought that in December. So,
Right.
just a piece of
Perfect
home
timing.
equipment. But we're keeping you overtime, Brent. I know there's
That's
probably
okay.
not a lot on the wire here,
Yeah.
but just wrapping up the week. We're down 14 handles for the week as we're trading right now. We had the big sell-off midweek. We came back still. I mean, as far as I'm concerned, if you think the all-time high is in at 42.38 and a quarter, we're right there right now. So I wouldn't fret. And we had to buy the dip opportunity. I believe that was on Wednesday. So solid rebound. So the trend continues.
Definitely, guys. We'll be excited to continue. I'll be back on Monday. You guys can hit up Spencer on SJ Israel. Hit him up on Twitter. Let him know what's going on. Stop partying in Nashville. We need you back here.
Should we put his cell phone number in here like Braz did, and then people can text
but he
him?
probably can't even hear. He's probably in the honky tonky right now in Nashville.
I love that idea, Joel. I'm sure Spencer would love this.
Nah, Nashville's a great town. So, okay, everyone, have a safe weekend. Spend time with your family, be outside, and we'll be back 6 p.m. I'll do a Sunday night pre-market show with my buddy Rob Friesen at Stock Odds. We'll set up the market, and we'll be with you bright and early Monday morning, 8 a.m.
All right, guys. The last thing I'm going to leave you off with a promo for the boot camp tomorrow, guys. If you guys don't want to go out, you want to learn some more stocks, definitely check out the boot camp tomorrow, guys. That's going to be on at, I believe it starts at 10 a.m. And definitely check it out. I will play a trailer right here that will go ahead and explain about the boot camp. Also, who wants that one free share of Tesla? Hit the Gleam. It's right there in the description. Hit it up. You guys want to get in a free share of Tesla? Definitely get that up. All right, there you go. I'll let you guys get out of here.
Thanks, Mitch. You guys are the best.
Thanks, Joel. Thanks, Mitch. Later, guys.